Hello and welcome to 2023. This is the first episode of the year for our 0 to 6 figure challenge. Now, if you're new here, this is a challenge that I'm doing where I'm essentially going from zero to hopefully building a 6-figure portfolio. And over the time, we are going to buy and sell lots of different assets. This is a risk on portfolio, so please don't copy what I'm doing. And everything in this video is not financial advice. It's purely educational or for entertainment value. So let's just jump straight into it. As I mentioned, this is episode 4, and we've made a few adjustments to the portfolio. Well, one other thing's happened. I think the market has lit up a little bit, and you can see that one of the assets, in fact the first asset that we bought, FXS, has gone pretty crazy. We're up 93% on it, which is absolutely nuts because in the last episode we were only slightly up on it. Yeah, most of this has just happened in literally the last week or so, as Bitcoin has gone up to around 21,000, I believe, as the time of recording. So yeah, Frax share has blown up, and that puts us at a portfolio value of just under $4,000. So we're 4% of the way there. We have made some changes, or we haven't really made some changes, but we've done a few things during this time. One of the things that we've been doing is we've added some stable coins, and what we've been doing with these stable coins is actually farming. So I've been farming on Handle Finance for a little while now, and we've actually been able to accumulate a bit more of the Forex governance token. Of course, it's a micro cap, so you know it's going to be volatile, and we're currently a little bit down on it as well. I haven't added any more link just yet. In hindsight, probably should have, but yeah, we're still a little bit down here, but it's only a tiny position anyway. I thought it's about time that we needed to add on some Ethereum, so we managed to get some just before this price pump. So we're actually about 30% up on that as well, which is absolutely insane. Ethereum is probably one of my favorite assets of all time, but as this is a risk-on portfolio, it's hard for me to accumulate so much, just because I know that if I spend a lot of time, I think I can actually outperform Ethereum with various different alts, especially ETH alts anyway, or projects that are built on top of Ethereum, like Frax, for example. So yeah, Frax share has done very well. I think what's happened, especially over the last few weeks, is that there has been a big narrative around liquid staking derivatives. If you're active on Twitter, you would have seen all these threaders making tweets and tweets and tweets about liquid staking derivatives. And of course, FXS can benefit quite a lot from it, because Frax ETH and staked Frax ETH earn significantly higher revenue than many of the other liquid staking derivatives. In fact, it's probably the highest. And so, as I'm sure many of you are watching are aware, if you've seen my video on Frax and the entire ecosystem, it's a long one, but I really recommend you watching it. You'll know that some of the revenue that comes from ETH staking, Frax ETH staking, actually goes towards the Frax shareholders. And so, yeah, it's an asset that is going to earn revenue, so it's always a good thing, and I think that has definitely played a part. Frax, also in my opinion, is my bet on the growth of a decentralized stablecoin in the role of Frax, and so I think I'd like to not sell this position just yet, but I think of course, if things do get a bit heated, I probably will take some off the board and buy back later. But I mean, generally, I'm talking if for the long term, Frax share is an asset that I really do like, and it's just because I think the growth of Frax is only going to continue. Frax have a significant governance control in the entirety of DeFi. Most of that comes in the form of Convex and Curve, which are pretty much the main hub infrastructure of DeFi, and so because of that, they're just able to incentivize users so much more, and I think that's played a huge role in its growth. I don't think its growth is even finished just yet. We're only really getting started. So there's lots more products coming. Frax Ferry is the recent product, and I think it's a very good product as well. A nice way for them to earn some extra revenue as well. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are at the moment. $4,000. We've got some Frax share, which accounts for the majority. I think I can look at charts and see here. Well, we can see, look, just generally as we approach December. Well, I mean, even on the 31st of December, since the 31st of December, in 2 weeks, our portfolio's doubled in value, purely just from Bitcoin going up to 21,000. As you can see, look in the pie chart, predominantly Frax share is 40% up in the last day, which is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, with time, of course, we're going to balance this out. We got a dollar cost average. Well, I mean, I don't really dollar cost average, but I buy in small chunks. I guess you could say that's dollar cost average, but I don't have a set time every week or every month that I buy. It's when I find opportunities too. And so yeah, we're going to definitely grow this pie chart and have a few more assets as well, and of course balance out some of these percentages, because I'm definitely overexposed to Frax share at the moment. In terms of Bitcoin, we are also up. Of course, this chart isn't exactly right, because I've been buying, and I didn't make this in profit. I wish there was a way to see this in profit terms, but nonetheless, our holdings are doing okay. All time, we are 47% up, which is nice from the start, and that's about $1,000 in profit. So let's see what we do from here. I've got some USDC that I'm farming with at the moment, and I think I'm gonna also add to this over time. I think especially when things get a little bit more bullish, farming rewards and just being able to farm is just so much more efficient and better, and there's so many governance tokens that you can farm. Maybe I'll farm and dump, maybe I'll farm and accumulate, who knows. There are a number of different projects that I have my eye on at the moment, and I'm definitely going to be using many of them as well. So the plan is to continue to add to that as well. I definitely think that having some USDC in this portfolio is always going to be a good thing, just because that also means that if there is an opportunity that comes along, we can easily access it. But also, the main reason why I'm going to keep some USDC is, number one, for a little bit of stability, but more importantly to access some farming. And we want to provide some liquidity. We want to do some interesting things on chain, which hopefully I can show you along the way, and that will be interesting for you guys to learn as well. So we're going to definitely be accumulating, so expect to see this USDC go up as well. In terms of ETH, am I going to add more to it? Yes, definitely. It would be nice to get 1, 2, 3, even 5 ETH eventually, but I think for the time being, especially given that it's about 50% up in such a short period of time, probably going to just hold off that for the time being, but definitely will have ETH. Of course, ETH is the powerhouse of everything, really, so we're definitely gonna do that. Am I going to accumulate more Frax share? Definitely, but not just yet. I mean, we're 100% up almost from all-time high. We're, double the price of some of the buys that I did before, so not for the time being. Am I buying more Handle or more Forex? No. Again, they continue to make new updates, but it's a bit of a shame that the price is not appreciating. I think part of that might be because of people farming and dumping. I mean, you can see that I farmed a little bit here as well, so we'll have to wait and see. Either way, this is a small position, so it's not the end of the world. Chainlink, I would like to accumulate as we go forward as well, so definitely we'll add to this position as well. And then in terms of like other kind of alts that we're going to buy, there will be some majors. There are some assets that I do really like, that are in the top 50, but also some kind of smaller altcoins as well that we're going to add on, especially with Arbitrum DeFi and Ethereum DeFi, with some very, very, very innovative projects as well. So we'll have to wait for that. But yeah, hopefully in the next episode we can. Well, I mean, let's see what happens. I do expect there might be some retracement here, so maybe we'll go back down to 3,000 or something. But, hopefully over the coming months, I'd like to see us get to that 5,000 mark. I think that would be a pretty good mark to get to. So let's see. Let me know what you're doing with your portfolios. Let me know if you would like to let me know if you've got any assets that you think should be in my portfolio. I think that's going to be interesting. You know, I've already got the ones that I want in my head on my watch list already, but I'm just interested to see kind of what you guys are doing. Yeah, this pump has seen. I mean, it's been a little bit inorganic, I'd say. You know, we've seen a lot of the short squeezes happen, and we've seen some really bad coins actually perform really well. Some GameFi and some coins that should be dead and buried, you know, but somehow are up. So, I mean, we can just have a look and see kind of the charts as well at the moment. Just have a look at some of the stuff. I mean, FraxShares being the #1 performer, but come on, like, look at this. Mana, Sandbox, Zilliqa. I mean, I wouldn't really call these, you know, the best of the best. But, you know, they're up. You know, even things like Terra Luna Classic. Why do people even trade this? But yeah, let's see what happens next. You know, the total asset market cap has gone over $1 trillion, which is always nice to see. But this is where we are at the moment, $3,988. Let's see where we are in the next few episodes. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this sort of content, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you'd like any other kind of different videos as well. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my newsletter. I'll try and post as much alpha there as possible, as well as on my Twitter. So definitely follow that as well. And I'll be back with another video soon.